and support me because you like my vibration, um, but you're really unsure of what the F Twisted Tree Rehab is all about. So today I'm going to explain it. So I've taken some notes and I have tried to figure out the best way to keep it simple yet explain it enough to where you can follow it. It sounded really funny. But anyway, so in short, what I do, well, I help you to create the balance that you're seeking. Um, yeah, balance. Isn't that what we all want? I know for a long time I was seeking, and I had no freaking clue how to find it. So that's what I do, is I help you to find balance within your life. And now, what does that even mean, balance? Balance is bridging the gap between the physical, the emotional, and spiritual selves. So I help you to create balance. That is health. Health is threefold: physical health, emotional health, and spiritual health. When you have all three, you have balance. And if you could sit there and tell me that you haven't spent most of your life seeking balance, I wouldn't believe you. So that's what I do. Now, by title, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I hit on all the points. By title, I am an intuitive health coach. I am a Reiki master, and I'm a psychic energy reader. And I will kind of go through those a little bit more detailed in a little bit. The certifications that I hold are Reiki Master, Nutrition and Fitness, Health and Life Coach, and Vegan Health Coach. So now, a little description on each one of those things. I'm going to start with the coaching. What I do with my clients when I'm coaching, again, is to help them find the balance. And so we figure out where they're out of whack, and we create tools to balance them. And not even that we create the tools, because the tools are already created. We implement the tools, and I'm a coach. If you've ever had a coach in your life, you know what a coach does. A coach pushes you, a coach inspires you, a coach motivates you, a coach holds you accountable. And so I help them to implement the tools. I teach them the tools if they don't know them, which most of my clients don't have tools. And I implement them. Diet, emotional health, spiritual health. There are ways to feed all of those sides of yourself. And I teach my clients how to do it. Then I hold them accountable, and I push them. I give them the motivation. I coach them. That's it. It's health. Now, Reiki, I am a Reiki master, and Reiki is a form of energy healing. And it's not necessarily that it is me healing, but it's me moving the energy so that there is space for my clients to create their own healing. So it's just the movement of energy. And I actually have a friend and fellow Reiki master that is going to do a live feed with me. And we're going to go into detail about what Reiki is, to really shine a light on that modality of healing, because it's a really powerful one. It's one that I actually am so in love with, and I am really excited to grow that aspect of my business. Reiki is really cool. And so we'll go into more detail of that in a future live feed later this week. Um, yeah, Reiki is awesome, and Reiki is a lot of fun. And honestly, through the Reiki that I do with my clients, I find additional healing for self, and that's really powerful too. And now Reiki can be done in person or it can be done distance because it is energy work. There is not a necessity for a specific time and space to be able to move it because, well, it's energy. Um, and for those of you who don't know a lot about energy or energy work, that is also something that with my coaching clients is a really big part of their education, is to understand life in the forms of energy, whether it be food as energy, thoughts as energy, um, law of attraction, and things like that. And then I do psychic energy readings. So when you talk about a psychic, there are so many different types of psychic, and there are so many types of energy readings. There are numerologists who use your birth chart to tell you about your life and tell you about your path and to tell you how to create what you want. There are mediums who actually can see to speak to people on the other side or energies on the other side. I would consider myself a medical intuitive and even a medical medium, but because I'm not able to, because I'm not a doctor, so I'm not able to diagnose disease. I'm not able to even, I can't treat this like as if I'm a doctor because I'm not. So what I do is I do energy readings in alignment with the chakra system, and because I do understand the chakra system pretty well, I'm always eager to learn more about everything that I do. I use the chakra system to point out imbalances, and then through that I explain what the chakra system, like what each one of those energy centers represents, and the potential parts of the body that are affected by that. And because I can see energy in relation to disease is really my strong point. Food and disease and illness, and whether that be emotional or physical, is my gift. And so I take my clients who are getting readings and I find where they're off balance within their energy centers. And then from there, I explain to them what that could potentially mean and what is attached to that. And then they can create that space for healing with a deeper understanding of what they're carrying and what's not moving. So those are the readings. And now mostly, of course, I do readings, and those can be done from distance, or those can be done in person. And I do them, periodically, just for random people, who seek me out. But mostly, I do those at a drum circle here in Orlando on the full moon and the new moons. And then I also offer Reiki healing along with the chakras, or with the chakra reading. Because, of course, Reiki is moving the energy. So if you've got stagnant energy in parts of your body, then I can go use Reiki to tune that. So I can do that from anywhere. You don't have to live close to me. I don't have to be in front of you to be able to offer you either one of those services. And so I do offer a package to where I do a reading and then I do a Reiki behind it, but I can do those individually as well. And then a couple other services that I offer, because food is essentially the starting point of how I got to where I am, which means that at this point, and maybe forever, I don't know, it is my strongest point, is food as energy and how that relates to illness. I also offer a service here locally of meal prepping, and what I do is I go to the clients' houses and I create whole food plant-based meal preps for them. It gives them a way to transition without the overwhelming side of such a drastic change. And I really love that service because I like to cook food, and I like to cook healthy food, and I like to share healthy food, and I like for people to find ease in their transition. So that's a really fun service. And then the last service I currently offer is called a kitchen root camp, and just the root camp because, of course, Twisted Tree and, being rooted into all that is. And anyway, just play on words. But the kitchen root camp can actually be done from anywhere. You don't have to, again, live close to me or anything. But what I do there is it's just a couple weeks, and it's super quick, super intense. We do a lot of work in just a short amount of time. And we go through the things that you're eating, and your pantry and your refrigerator, and we talk about the ingredients that are in the food you're eating, and I kind of show you why they're not good for you, so I give you resources, and we just kind of talk about what's in there, and then from there I help you find replacements for some of your favorite things, and walk you through grocery shopping and how to maintain more balance within your kitchen, because you're going to eat what you buy. You're going to eat what's in there. And so if you can have a deeper understanding of what's in your food, a lot of times you don't want to eat it anymore. And we have such a strong cognitive dissonance in our society and within us that what we don't know can't hurt us, kind of thing. But energetically speaking, there are many things in our foods that are hurting us, even if we don't know what it is. Because, well, there are some pretty bad things in a lot of the processed foods that we eat. So that service, again, can be done from anywhere. You don't have to live close to me to benefit from that. The day of the internet is so powerful that it takes nothing to do a video conference call and to be able to make huge leaps and bounds in your health without leaving your house, which is super cool. So everything that I offer, aside from the meal prep service, can be done from anywhere. You don't have to live local. You don't have to live in Orlando. You can be somebody that I know from home. You can be somebody that I've never even met. It doesn't matter, because we live in the day of the internet, and energy, there is no time space when it comes to that. So that is a little bit about the services that I offer and what I do. Hopefully that helped to clarify any questions that you have. And if you are interested in any of those services, just reach out and I can give you more details on pricing and packages that I offer. For example, with the coaching, I have an hourly rate that I charge, but I also have, a 3-month package and a 6-month package that comes with not only the one-on-one coaching, but you can get monthly Reiki with that, and you get an energy reading to start it out with and stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of those services, please reach out and let me know how I can help you. And I also, for those of you interested in anything that I do free 15-minute consultations so that you can kind of feel out me as a person, me as a healer, me as a guide, I really like facilitator, because that's what I do, is I facilitate growth, I facilitate healing. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. Even reaching out to me and taking that step to hire me is you taking control of your health. So it's all about you. It's all about self. But I've been down the path. I live a very healthy, very well-balanced life, although I'm still growing and I still have areas where I need a lot of work, some areas more than other. I have a very solid foundation for physical health, emotional health, and spiritual health. And so through that, we are able to, when we find the ability to achieve balance in those areas, we have the ability to create better lives. And so I'm still a work in progress. I'll always be a work in progress. But I have such a good foundation that I share it with others. And I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And I look forward to continuing to inspire you, to help you, to facilitate your growth. Anyway, if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out.